What if some of the things you've worried about your whole life just stopped mattering after 70? Imagine waking up one day and realizing that the weight of others' opinions, the pressure to keep up with trends, or the regrets of your past no longer have any hold on you. As we grow older, our priorities naturally shift. It's not about giving up. It's about understanding what truly deserves our time, energy, and peace of mind. After 70, we gain a kind of quiet wisdom that can only come from living long enough to know what really matters. It's not something you learn from books or advice, but from the simple act of living and reflecting. In this video, we're going to explore 7 things that no longer matter once you've reached this stage of life. These aren't just theories. They're truths grounded in experience, backed by psychology, and echoed by seniors who've walked the path before us. If you've ever felt burdened by the pressure to keep up or struggled to let go of things that no longer serve you, this video is for you. Let's take a look at what truly deserves your attention after 70. Before we begin, if you find this topic to be relevant to you or anyone you know, comment the number 1 to show your support. Then, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more valuable tips to help you live your best life. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Regretting the past. We've all had moments of regret, those decisions or missed opportunities we wish we could change. Maybe it was a job you passed up, a relationship you didn't hold on to, or a dream you didn't pursue. But after 70, something shifts. You start to see your past not as a list of mistakes, but as a journey that brought you to where you are today. Every choice, good or bad, has shaped your strength and wisdom. Take Walter, who is 81 years old, for example. He spent years regretting a job he turned down in his 40s. But now, in the home where he raised his family, he understands that decision gave him stability and meaningful relationships that still matter today. At this point, you've earned the right to stop judging your past self. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Regret loses its power when you view it with compassion. It's not about forgetting the past, but using its lessons to move forward. Every day is a new chance to write a better chapter. Number 2, other people's opinions. For much of our lives, we've been concerned with what others think of us. Whether it was about our appearance, our choices, or how we lived, the opinions of others often weighed heavily on our decisions. We sought approval from friends, family, and even strangers, believing their judgments defined our worth. But after 70, something changes. You start to see that other people's opinions are often fleeting, inconsistent, and often based on their own insecurities. The need to please others begins to fade, and in its place comes a sense of freedom and authenticity. Eleanor, who is 74 years old, used to worry about what people thought of her garden or her decision to start painting again. But one day, she asked herself, "Why does it matter what anyone thinks?" That simple question shifted her perspective. Now, she enjoys wearing bright colors, plants what she likes, and proudly displays her art, imperfections and all. And you know what? She smiles more than she ever did in her 50s. Letting go of the need for approval doesn't mean becoming indifferent. It means honoring your own voice above the noise. People will have opinions, but they'll often forget them just as quickly. What matters is how you feel about your choices. At 70 and beyond, you realize that trying to please everyone is a recipe for frustration. It's not about isolation, it's about liberation. You become more selective about whose voices you let into your life, and that's a good thing. The opinions that matter most are from those who love you, not from those who barely know you. Number 3, holding on to grudges. In our younger years, holding on to grudges often felt like a way to protect ourselves. We thought that by staying angry, we could shield ourselves from being hurt again. But after 70, You begin to realize that holding on to old wounds only keeps you stuck in the past. Take Phyllis, who is 79 years old, for example. She had a falling out with her sister years ago, and they avoided each other at every family gathering. But after a recent surgery, she had a moment of clarity. She picked up the phone, and the two of them talked for an hour, not about the past, but about their families and memories. That call didn't erase everything, but it brought peace and healing. Letting go of a grudge doesn't mean saying that what happened was okay. It means choosing your peace over the pain. Forgiveness isn't always for the other person, it's for you. When you carry bitterness, it takes up space in your heart that could be filled with joy and connection. You begin to understand that everyone is flawed and that holding on to resentment only weighs you down. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means moving forward with a lighter heart, free from the burden of the past. Number 4, trying to follow trends. There's always been a pressure to stay current, to follow the latest fashion, tech, or lifestyle trend. For years, we've been told what's in and what's out, feeling like we had to keep up or risk being left behind. But after 70, that pressure starts to lose its grip. You realize how fleeting and shallow most trends are. They come and go, and rarely do they contribute to your true happiness or sense of self. What truly matters is comfort, authenticity, and choosing what feels right for you. Take Harold, who is 78 years old, for example. He used to buy the latest gadgets and wear the styles everyone else was wearing, even when he didn't need to. But one day, he traded in his trendy clothes for a pair of comfortable corduroys and went back to reading paper books because he loved the feel of them. That's when he realized it's not about keeping up with trends, it's about living authentically and comfortably. After 70, you start to embrace timelessness over trendiness. You wear what flatters you, use what makes your life easier, and stop feeling obligated to change just because someone says it's the new thing. Real confidence comes from honoring your own rhythm, not chasing someone else's idea of what's in. And at this stage, you've seen enough trends return full circle to know that what's popular today may be out tomorrow. You've already won the important game, the one where you live life on your terms. Number 5, pushing your body beyond its limits. For much of our lives, we've pushed our bodies to their limits, often in the name of strength, independence, or productivity. Whether it was lifting heavy things, working through pain, or ignoring the signs that we needed rest, we thought that pushing through was a sign of resilience. But after 70, that mindset starts to change. You realize that it's not weakness to slow down, it's wisdom. Taking care of your body is no longer about proving strength, it's about respecting it. Your body has served you well over the years, and now it deserves your care in return. Charles, 80, used to mow his lawn every week, even in the summer heat, believing it was good exercise and that it kept him independent. But after a dizzy spell landed him at the doctor's office, he realized it was time to listen to his body. He hired a local teen to help with the yard work, and now he enjoys sitting in the shade with a glass of iced tea, watching the lawn get trimmed. He didn't lose anything by stepping back. He gained peace and more time to relax. At this point, your value isn't tied to how much you can carry or how far you can push yourself. Instead, it's about listening to your body's needs. Rest isn't lazy. It's essential for your well-being. Slowing down doesn't mean you've given up. It means you're honoring your body's limits and prioritizing your health. Number 6, rushing to meet someone else's timeline. Throughout life, we've been told there's a schedule we're supposed to follow. Graduate by a certain age, settle down by another, retire at a specific time. There's always a sense of urgency to reach these milestones, and if we didn't hit them on time, we often felt like we were falling behind. But after 70, you begin to realize that these timelines aren't as important as they once seemed. You start to see how artificial those deadlines really were. There's no right time for love, learning, or personal growth. The most fulfilling moments often come when you stop rushing and start doing things on your own terms. Henry is a perfect example. He had always wanted to play the piano, but he never had the time or courage to start. He worried he'd be too old, too stiff, or simply too late. But one day, he decided to take piano lessons, and now, every morning, his fingers move across the keys with quiet pride. It's not about mastering the instrument. It's about enjoying the process and doing something just for himself. After 70, you realize that nothing meaningful has an expiration date. Learning, creating, and growing don't stop at any age. The timing is perfect if it feels right to you. There's no need to rush towards someone else's idea of success. You're free to write your own story at your own pace. Number 7, comparing yourself to others. At various points in life, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. Whether it's about success, wealth, relationships, or achievements, we often measure our lives against those around us. We compare our homes, careers, or even our happiness to someone else's highlight reel. But after 70, the urge to compare fades away. You begin to understand that everyone's life journey is different, and no two paths are the same. What may seem like someone else's perfect life might come with its own struggles and challenges. The pressure to keep up with others diminishes, and you begin to appreciate your own unique journey. Take Lois, who is 75 years old, for example. She used to scroll through social media and feel small, comparing herself to friends' vacations, anniversaries, and grandchild celebrations. But one day, while walking through her garden, she realized her life was rich in its own way. She had her health, freedom, and a few close friends who she could count on. Her life wasn't lacking. It was uniquely hers. After 70, you start to realize that success isn't about matching someone else's milestones. It's about peace, connection, and living authentically. Comparison steals joy and focus, and at this stage, you know that the most important measure of success is how your life feels, not how it looks compared to someone else's. So, let others' wins inspire you, but never let them diminish your own journey. The most powerful thing you can do is to stay true to yourself and continue writing your own story. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these 7 points resonated with you the most? Is there something you've let go of in your own life that's made room for more peace? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. We'd love to start a conversation about how we're all learning to live life on our own terms. If you found this video helpful, please like it to show your support, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you never miss a new video full of insights to help you live your best life. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating content that inspires and empowers you. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.